Scott Harrison, the founder and CEO of Charity Water. Scott, earlier this week, you put on a very impressive event that was hosted by Jack Dorsey of Twitter. Your charity, Charity Water, is actively supported by a number of very, very prominent Silicon Valley technologists. What is it about technology entrepreneurs that attracts them to Charity Water, and why do you have such an intimate relationship with the tech community?
I think we really tried to do things differently when we started. I had three big ideas. One was show people a different way to give. We came up with this model where 100% of donations would directly fund water projects, so you would just know where your money was going. This was hard, and we'd have to raise money for staff separately, but I knew it would bring a bunch of people back to the table that might have been cynical, like yourself, or disenchanted. The second big idea was just using technology to prove where the money went. In our case, we were funding water projects all around the world, and we said we'll never fund a project unless we can be guaranteed a photo and a GPS of that actual project when it's completed, and we'd make all of that data public on Google Earth. Simple stuff that the sector just wasn't doing. And then third, and I think people have responded to this positively, I wanted to create a brand. And brand is kind of a dirty word in the nonprofit sector, and Nick Kristof wrote once in the New York Times that toothpaste is peddled with more sophistication than all of the world's life-saving causes. Well, that was broken. If we were going to solve a problem as big, as vast as the water crisis, we would need an epic brand. And you didn't have to spend a lot of money to do that. You just needed to find talented people. So a lot of our growth has come online. 71% of the donations for water projects come online. Most people in the sector raise about 4 or 5% online, and I think the website we've tried to really be visual storytellers, to connect people in real-time videos. We drill live from the field every year, and via satellite connect hundreds of thousands of supporters with the team on the ground, with the community being served.
So what you're really saying is that it's the transparency in your organization that attracts tech, and you've used tech to build that kind of transparency. You're seeing other nonprofits reflecting that and using your strategy, your focus on brand?
I think so. I mean, yes, we are seeing a lot of the other nonprofits in the sector doing similar things. The birthday idea was a really simple one that we created a few years ago. And we said, people have enough stuff. You don't need another tie or belt, or your wife probably doesn't need another handbag. There are 1 billion people without water. What if we all gave up our birthdays and we just asked for our age in dollars? That idea has raised tens of millions of dollars now throughout the sector. A very simple idea. For my 33rd birthday, I asked for $33. I think one of the other things that's attracted the technology community to Charity Water is just the rapid growth. We grew 86% last year. We're growing 300% this year online. It's possible to solve a problem this big, and I think our goals are enormous. We're trying to raise $2 billion in the next 10 years and help at least 100 million people. And this is growth that's really only understood in this community here. It's not nonprofit growth. I mean, it's so far out of the box for that sector that people don't even know how to understand it.
For somebody who's watching, and hopefully there are many people watching who haven't heard of Charity Water and want to know more or want to give, particularly on Earth Day, what should they do?
Yeah, I mean, I think I just tell people to go to charitywater.org, go to learn about why water, and watch the video that just came out, the animated video, and learn about some of the statistics. There are ways to give up your birthday, ways to fundraise, there's ways to donate, and see the actual work being done in the field. And you can learn about women like Helen, a woman that was just recently served in Uganda, who, when we visited her village, and we said, how is the water project? How is your life different now? And Helen said to us, she said, I feel beautiful now. And we said, you feel beautiful? You were always beautiful. And she said, no, you don't understand. Before the water project, I had to walk hours, and I never had enough water. I only had 2 jerry cans a day, and I had a husband and 4 children. And she would have to make this choice every single day, what to do with the water. She had to wash clothes, wash school uniforms, she had to garden, she had to cook, she had to drink. And she came last. Her personal hygiene always came last. So she would take care of her family, and there was never enough water left for her to wash her face, to wash her body, to wash her clothes. With the new well in her village, she told us, I feel beautiful in it. And it really struck us. I mean, just providing a little extra water for a family, making that water clean, could change the dignity, the way that someone felt about themselves. It was so powerful. So there are so many of those stories on our site, and you can hear it in their own words, not me telling them.